This is McCook's Mr. Bill. It's an honor to have you here. Tonight we're going to have a Twilight Zone story. I said a Twilight Zone story. What if I was the first black president that was elected to the United States? What if I was the first? Well, I would understand that the black race, 95% of them voted for me. And so I would owe the black race for voting for me and getting me elected. I would understand that they have a problem. A lot of our black race is in jail or in prison. And a good share of them are in jail or in prison for marijuana charges, possession, what have you. Rather than to try to change laws that very seldom get done with the white powers that be in government and the people behind them pulling the strings, I would just as president claim and give amnesty to everyone in prison right now and jail for possession, simple possession of marijuana. When the last three presidents used marijuana, I cannot see that anybody should be sitting in jail or in prison unless those three men are. Keeping that in mind, and I would help those black race by doing that, I would like to also help everyone in America. 100 years ago, 3 pennies could buy the same amount of buying power that it takes $1 to do today. In other words, $1's lost 97% of its value in just 100 years. And it's interesting, roughly 100 years ago, we allowed the Federal Reserve to take over our monetary system. I'd say they failed. And since they failed, I would have an executive order to shut down the Federal Reserve. We'll print our own money from now on. They will have nothing to do with it, period. Banks, either in this country or other countries, are no longer going to make money because of what we have done and what we're doing and what we will do. The Federal Reserve is gone. Next, I'm tired of seeing our young boys of all colors killed in wars around the world. And so every family of a fallen soldier will collect $5 million tax-free. And that funds will come off of all of the money that we're giving to other nations around the world. And if they don't like that, then they better start putting their own boys in harm's way, because we're not going to do it anymore. We're not going to do it anymore. We have over 30,000 men sitting in between North and South Korea. As the first black president, I'd bring them home. I said I'd bring them home. Period. We need those boys here on the southern border, controlling the drug trade and the illegal trade. I do a number of things as the first black president. And one of the things I would do is to understand that you don't write an 8,000-page law trying to get a handle on health care. I would limit it to 1 page. And that 1 page, a 5th grader's got to be able to understand it. The simpler you make it, the shorter you make it, the less chance lawyers and shysters will be able to cheat the common man out of his hard-earned income. If I was the first black president, I would stop all Social Security checks to anyone that has a net worth of $5 million. If you have a net worth of $5 million and you're 65 years old, with any kind of intelligence, you can live out the rest of your years and still have money left at the end of your life if you have $5 million. I'm not going to ask somebody making $30,000 a year to pay you so that you can have play money every month plus your $5 million. No, that won't happen anymore if I was the first black president. If I was the first black president, I'd also open up all of the medical drugs in Canada to be sold down here. That would save us 30% right off the bat. I said 30% right off the bat. There's all kinds of things I'd do if I was President of the United States and the first black president. But I would also remember that if I don't do a real good job, better than any white man, there's a good chance that ain't nobody gonna elect another black man. And I, being the first black president, I would sure hate to be the last black president, be it man or woman. It's McCook's Mr. Bill. Rate this film.